You're not really making. We talked about that in the previous video. It's very easy to get into one of these ETFs, and they're making 18, 19, 20% per year, which is incredible. And you're not locked into any of these. So if an emergency comes up, John and I were talking about that earlier. Having access to your money is really important because life happens. Your car breaks down, your child goes to college, the house, who knows? Life happens. It's really important to be able to get at your money. What's really nice about these ETFs of it's literally just going on E-Trade, placing a sell order for whatever you need today, and away you go. It's your rate back out. But I wanted to give you guys an example. Let me pull up my investment screen here. This is ARK Investments, run by a very bright lady named Kathy Wood. Let me go out to the weekly. So 2 years ago, let's say 2 years ago, you decided we're going to find November 19. There we go. So November 19, you decided to go into this. It's now been 2 years. So we're going to go right up here. 173% gain in 2 years. 173%. If you put 10 grand in there, you just made an extra $17,000 just because your 10 grand was there.
Sure. Chris, zoom into that big drop, because I want to show people, where they get scared. And this is why we always talk about time in the market versus timing the market. Oh, I need to jump in because it's pumping, and
right.
Then
and I didn't even pick the bottom on
right
purpose, because that would have been
for
great.
Sure.
But like you said, time in the market. I picked a point, somewhere over here. I picked that point. So went up, went down.
Exactly. So I just you got to understand that it over time this will work for you. If you are scared or your money that's in there is not money that you're able to invest with, and you need it for your monthly bills, that's not money that you should be investing with, right? It's got to be part of your budget, and you got to be comfortable, kind of almost like setting it and forgetting it, and that's what we and that's why we love an ETF or a trading fund, because you've got a collection of stocks. It's not like you're picking. You got to go. I got to pick this winner. I got to pick that winner. You're getting a portfolio of stocks already within that fund. It's like you've already done the picking for you. Whether it's 50 companies, whether it's 20 companies, whether it's 500 companies, that's what we're. I've been in SPY, which is an ETF on the
I've got
S&P 500. Right, yep. I've been in IVV, which is another ETF on the S&P 500, and they are going to give you the exposures to the top 500 companies, not just 500 random companies, the top 500 companies. So you're picking the top 500 companies in the stock market right now, and you're getting a portion of these companies in your portfolio. So you're getting exposure basically to the stock market. And it's so simple. There's so many people that talk about, oh, you got to get into this one, you got to get out of here and buy this one. Throw your money into something like this, what Chris and I are showing you. And again, it's not financial advice, it's just something that we've learned along the way. We've read books, we've actually done it. We've all made all these mistakes starting out. Oh, I want to buy this stock, and I'm going to sell this stock. Oh, I should have held it for another 2 weeks and it would have went up. And Chris and I have these conversations all the time, like, oh man. And then we step back, we're like, but you know what? Our portfolio's up. And that's what we're looking for. And that's what we want to see you guys have.
Right.
And we want to show you the ease of it. So sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. No, you're right. And we're on SPY now, which SPY is another great one we all pay attention to. But a couple of the things that we talk about is dollar cost averaging in and time in the market. So, there's a lot of people that would have bought in, right here. And then all of a sudden the market crashes. Not good, right? But the people that were smart enough to stay with it, look what happened. And so
Sure.
that's why we talk about, don't put in the money that you need to pay rent with, in 4 weeks. It's early November. In 4 weeks, you're going to have to pay your mortgage, you're going to have to pay rent, whatever it is, car payment. Don't put that money in thinking it's going to moonshot, like Dogecoin, Shiba, because you never know. They're both down today, and so you never know. But putting this money in to set money aside for your kids' college, your own freedom, building that wealth, and we talked about that yesterday. Don't go buy the Apple iPhone, buy Apple. Same thing. Start dollar cost averaging in. And so that if you were buying, and then there was a huge crash because of the event that happened in March 2020, well, guess what? Now, instead of being freaked out that your world's collapsing, now it's on sale. You guys like Black Friday sales, right? Now it's on sale. So maybe now you put a little more in. And that's really what happened. That created a lot of wealth. These, what they call a bear market or a bearish trend or a big drop in the market, for some people it's really bad. For the smart people, that's a great buying opportunity. That is where a lot of wealth is built, is buying here. Because just getting back to where it was, all of a sudden now you've made a whole bunch, and then you keep going.
Right.
And this is,
And
again, it's
let me just add to that, Chris. So, when we all got into what was happening with the event, and even before the event, we're calling that an event, but we all know what's been happening over the last few years with everything. And I had money set aside. As soon as the year changes, you're able to invest more money into your retirement funds. And we're going to dive a little deeper into Roth IRAs and traditional IRAs, which is a great place to invest a good portion of your money before having to invest anything else. And I was ready to invest January 1st, but I knew all this negativity was happening in the media, and things were happening with businesses closing down. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait. And it's not that I had a crystal ball. I just, for me, having some experience, knew that it wasn't time to put that money in. And in a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA, at my age bracket, my wife and I can both put in $6,000. And we try to do that. We try to max it out every year. I'm just going to give a brief description of why I usually go towards my Roth IRA first. So I pay with a Roth. It's after you've gotten your paycheck, you've already paid taxes, right? And then money goes in after that. So it's money you've had left over in your bank after your bills are paid and after you've paid your taxes. That money goes in after tax dollars, which means in the future, when you go to cash out after retirement, you're not going to pay any taxes at all. That is tax-free money, okay? Because you pay the taxes up front. But what's really cool about the Roth, which the traditional IRA doesn't allow you to do, if you have an emergency, let's just say you've invested $6,000 a year for 10 years, right? That's $60,000. You have an event that you are needing to use money, right? Let's just say that $60,000 is now worth $100,000. Just throwing out numbers. The $40,000 that you've earned in interest, you're not able to touch. The $60,000 that you invested, that was cash after tax dollars, you can tap into that penalty free and use it for anything you want to. You just can't put the money back into your account. So if you needed 20 grand to help your child go to school or college, or you have a medical bill or whatever, you can tap into $20,000 of the $60,000 you've invested over the 10 years. You can take that out penalty free. Your account will drop by $20,000. You can't put that $20,000 back. You've got to follow the annual installments that you can make, but you have access to that money penalty free, which I love. And your interest and your profits are still there, tax free, growing in whatever stocks you have them invested in. So just wanted to throw that out there and let people know that, for me, if I was starting out, that would be the first avenue that I would go into, would be that Roth. if you don't have a 401k at your now there's all kinds of rules. You can't do a lot of stuff of that with your 401k. There's penalties, and you can take things out for certain things like your first time home or medical expenses, but you pay a penalty. Max that out first because your company has given you a match. The second option for me, in my opinion, not financial advice, is the Roth IRA because of those flexibilities of being able to pull money out if you need to. So, again, going back to the platforms that we like and the ETFs, Chris, I'll let you go back to that. I just wanted to touch on that real quick.
No, that was pretty much all I wanted to go over. Just wanted to kind of give people an idea of really how easy it is, and it's as simple as you buying one stock, but instead of getting one stock, you're getting a bunch, and you can actually do your own research on the different ETFs. I love what Kathy Woods has done. I mean, 170% in 2 years. She's done an amazing job. Very smart woman. She's got some exposure to crypto assets now. She's very progressive and with the time. So I love what she's doing. But that's
for sure.
Have a look at those guys. Give us some comments if there's some stuff you like, some stuff you don't like, some experiences. Let us know how that's gone, and hope that information helped. Give us some likes, and hope
absolutely. This is a lot of good information. Make sure you watch this more than once. Just have something as a reference that you can go back to. It's a lot of great information. We did go into kind of explaining why Bitcoin is going to be valuable in the future, why we feel that way, and also if crypto is not your thing, how to just get your feet wet into investing. Again, don't ever invest money you can't afford to lose. Make sure you're paying yourself first. Make sure that it's coming out of your paycheck right into your investment portfolio. Hopefully, it's going to be a 401k where your company is matching if it's at your job, or if it's on your own. Any type of a Roth IRA or traditional IRA. Again, me personally, I like to go into the Roth because I want to be able to get that money tax free at the end. And that's just my 2 cents. It's my opinion. Again, not financial advice. And tune in tomorrow. We're gonna dive into how to create other avenues of wealth, and more importantly, what are some of the pitfalls? What are some of the mistakes that you can make, or some of the things you forget about thinking about? Tomorrow is going to be great. Chris has got some great information and research that he's going to share with everybody that's watching. And I'll put my 2 cents in as normal, but I'm excited for tomorrow, and I'm excited that we got this one done today. I got a lot of good information, and with that, I'm going to say goodbye, Chris.
Yep, that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Make today amazing, you guys. See ya.